Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TW Local to Global 1987. We're back with some GCW. And we're here on June 30th, 1997, GCW Fuel 124, in front of 7,245 people. So in today's episode, it's going to be a bit different. I'm not going to show the booking process for Rival Pro, because instead I'm going to show the results for Fuel 124, that episode of Rival Pro, and then another Fuel and another Rival Pro. I'll run 2 weeks this episode, but I'll only show the results because I don't want the episode to run too long. But so on this pre-show, we got the Godwins defeating Dwayne Evanovich, also known as Avalanche PN News, and Tony Kozina, just two local guys, and doing the job for the Godwins. Rey Mysterio gets a title defense against Kaz Hayashi, also on the pre-show. This is just to get a high spots match, so does decent. We're starting off with the Syndicate cutting a promo and Taz coming out. Taz is the newest member of the Syndicate. Diamond Dallas Page comes out, and it's announced that next week we're going to get DDP versus Taz. And if DDP wins that match, he's going to get another shot at The Rock. So 75. Booker T gets a victory over Bradshaw. This is our car crash match. This did decent. Afterwards, Mean Gene interviews Booker T. He is coming for that Intercontinental Championship. He's not done with Shane Douglas just yet. So he wants another shot. So we've got a Chris Benoit versus Dean Malenko promo. Chris Benoit, the Hardcore Champion, Dean Malenko, the TV Champion. They basically say that if they can both keep their belts until Summer Showdown, they will be facing off for the inaugural United States Championship. So 69. Perry Saturn defeats Lance Storm up next. Perry Saturn gets that victory, and this means that Saturn advances in the Summer Series. And we got an interview with Saturn next, and he says just that. Alright, we got Shawn Michaels and Triple H cutting a promo. Candido and Jericho come out, and they have a little exchange of words. And next week, we're going to see a tag title rematch. It's going to be Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho and Chris Candido for the GCW World Tag Team Championships. 77. Eddie Guerrero gets a victory over D'Lo Brown next in 10-16 with that frog splash. Eddie did an 85, so carried this match. 79. Afterwards, we've got an Eddie Guerrero promo. He wants his TV title back, so he sets his eyes on Dean Malenko once again. We've got The Undertaker and Kane cutting promo, and Mankind comes out. Next week, Kane faces Mankind, and that's for this is a Summer Series match, is it not? Yeah, Summer Series. This is decent. We've got a Steve Austin promo backstage on qualifying for the semifinals of the Summer Series. Gets a 92. And then main event, Summer Series matchup. Brian Pillman defeats Farouk and advances in the Summer Series, which this means this is the end of the first round. So let's run over the quarterfinals. Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock already happened. Austin advanced to the semifinals. We've got Kane versus Mankind next week. The week after that, we've got Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. And also on that show, we've got Perry Saturn versus Brian Pillman. So, 86, not too bad. We're all happy with that. And that's the final show of June for GCW. So I'll be right back with Rival Pro in just one moment. Alright, we're here. Rival TV number 43. We're starting off with Mark Marrow introducing his entourage, ECMO and Chemo, and RVD and X-Pac come out. Next week, we're going to see a tag team match, RVD and X-Pac versus ECMO and Chemo. Steven Richards starts off the show getting a big victory over Just Incredible in 13-12 with the Stevie Kick, gets a 50. We've got Goldberg cutting a promo, and Stevie Ray ends up coming out. They're exchanging a few words. Minoru Tanaka defeats Psychosis with a cross knee lock. This did decent. Unfortunately, his gimmick did not. We've got a Rikishi hype package. And then your main event, World Tag Team Championships on the line. Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley defeat the Coalition, and they are the new Rival Pro Tag Team Champions. After 16 days, Edge and Christian lose the titles, and we have new champions. And then to end the show, we've got a big brawl between the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys come out to join the brawl, which ends us with a 51. Well, that was decent. Unfortunately, not good enough for the Tri-State, but whatever. I thought it was fine. All right. And now we've got two more shows this episode. We've got the July 7th episode of Fuel, and then we've got was it July? Yeah, July 7th, and then July 8th, Rival TV. So we've got two more shows to book. So we'll be right back with those in just one moment. All right, we are here July 25th, or July 7th, Fuel episode 125. There you go. We're here at GCW Fuel. We're starting off with action, DDP versus Taz, and if DDP wins, he gets an opportunity at The Rock once again. And DDP does get the victory over Taz tonight. They have great chemistry, and despite that, their numbers aren't that great, which is unfortunate for DDP because he's got a push coming, so, he's getting a push in 98, so 75, whatever, we'll take it for now. The Rock comes out, attacks DDP, hits him with the title. We'll hear from them later on tonight again, so it's fine. We've got an interview with Dean Malenko and his manager Teddy Long, and Dean agrees to face Eddie Guerrero in a rematch at Siege in Scotland at the end of the month for the television championship, so this gets a 69. We've got a tag match up next. Al Snow and D'Lo Brown defeat Gato and Jado, and Snow and Brown have excellent chemistry, so I'm gonna start using them as a tag team, I think, because we need tag teams, and Snow and D'Lo are decent, so I'm fine with that. I don't have plans for them really, so it'll give them something to do. 79. We've got Pillman and Perry Saturn. They're cutting a promo on each other, and they're facing off next week in the Summer Series quarterfinals, so this gets an 86. We've got Steve Austin cut a backstage promo. He is excited to find out who he's going to be facing in the Summer Series semifinals, either Kane or Mankind. We'll find out in tonight's main event, so this gets a 92. We've got Dustin Rhodes versus Billy Kidman. Dustin gets the victory after interference from the LWO, and afterwards the LWO beat down Billy Kidman, and Rey Mysterio comes out to make the save. We've got The Undertaker cutting a backstage promo. He is facing Shawn Michaels next week in the Summer Series quarterfinals, so 81. Speaking of Shawn Michaels, he and Triple H defeat Chris Candido and Chris Jericho when Shawn pinned Jericho with that Sweet Chin music. And they make defense number 1 of the tag titles. Gets a 91. We've got Jesse Ventura and The Rock cutting a promo, and DDP comes out, JJ Dillon comes out, and Dillon announces DDP versus The Rock is official for Siege in Scotland. However, it's going to be in a cage. So this gets an 87. Not too bad. But we still got our main event. Kane versus Mankind. The winner faces Steve Austin in the semifinals of the Summer Series. That match will take place at Siege in Scotland. And Kane is the winner after The Rock interfered and cost Mankind the match. Gets a 90. And afterwards, Steve Austin comes out, hits the stunner on Kane to end the show. This gets a 92. And we end the show with a 90, so I'll take that. Not too bad. Popularity grows in Japan. In Scotland, which is good, because that's where our pay-per-view is going to be held, so hopefully we can get a decent crowd for Scotland. I would assume we'd get at least 10,000 people. I'd be okay with that, honestly. We can maybe get more, actually. I'll have to check. Alright, then we've got Rival TV. And again, I'm not going to show the booking process because we've already done 3 episodes so far this show. So yeah, Siege in Scotland's coming up. So let's go take care of Rival Pro. I'll be right back with the show. Alright, the final show of today's episode, the July 8th episode of Rival TV. Well, July 8th. It airs on Saturday, so not really July 8th. Starting off, we've got Dudley's, Christian and Edge, and the Hardys cutting a promo. Or I don't know where I'm going with this. Maybe a 2 versus 2 versus 2 tag match. I don't know. So it gets a 49. Steven Richards defeats Mark Mary. Mark Mary? Who's Mark Mary? This is Mark Mary. Mark Henry. 531. Stevie Cake. Good job, Richards. We've got a Rikishi hype package, of course. This keeps going. His debut will either be this next week or the week after. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. 31. Stevie Ray cuts a promo on Goldberg. Not much to say. Gets a 60. Lance Storm makes his way down to Rival Pro. He's going to be here until the brand split in 1998, so he's here for like 6 months. And he gets the victory over Art Barr, so 67. I think Quinn Sanders requested that Storm was seen more as a Rival Pro guy, and I kind of agree with that. So he can stay down here for the time being because I don't really have plans for him anyway. And then our main event, RVD and X-Pac defeat Mero's boys when RVD pinned ECMO with a frog splash. And then afterwards, we've got a beatdown. ECMO, Chemo, Mero beat down RVD and X-Pac, and Jerry Lynn comes out, makes a save, ends the show 54. We'll take it. Popularity going up. And that's it. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of GCW. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. In the next episode, we will be seeing Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker on Fuel in the Summer Series quarterfinals. If you like this type of format better, of me not showing the booking process but going through 2 weeks instead of just one, let me know and I'll keep doing it that way. But until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.